Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I am Jenya. I hope your February is going great so far. And for me personally, once February hit, I realized that I actually never made a single marathon video since we moved into this new house. And so here I am throwing out a few of my favorite videos in this new house, disaster videos, cleaning, organizing, and decluttering videos. In this marathon, I made sure that I visited every single room in this house. And so going from one area to another, I will be turning those disasters into an organized space. If you are subscribed or if you have watched my last video a couple of weeks ago, you might be aware that I did take a couple of weeks to myself off of YouTube. I've never done that before. It feels a little bit weird to me. Normally my videos come out every single Saturday, and last time I spoke to you guys, I had mentioned that I would take off a week or two, and so it has been one weekend with no videos. This is the second weekend and I decided to throw out a little marathon for you. If you are one of my subscribers, that is to remind you that I am actually missing you, and I will be fully back next Saturday and definitely will be sharing with you what has been going on with me. But if you're new and are not subscribed, this marathon is basically to show you what my channel is all about, which is a lot of disaster situations in this house, hence the name of the video, and then me cleaning, organizing, and decluttering those messes on a regular basis, non-stop. And for all of you subscribed or not subscribed, I hope you enjoyed the video and get plenty of cleaning, organizing, and decluttering motivation and enjoy seeing those transformations. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I am Jenya, and in today's video we're going to be cleaning and putting back together this disaster of a house, the house of our dreams that we just moved into. And I will tell you what happened to this house of our dreams a few days ago to cause this complete disaster in our living room, in our kitchen. Those are the messiest areas in the house on that moment, so I would like to clean them really well. And I also will be starting this video with a footage of me putting my Jaws all-purpose cleaner together. I finally decided to give it a try and ordered one from Amazon, as I'm trying to use more chemical-free products and see what I like better. So the footage of me putting it together takes place about a day or maybe two before that disaster happened to our house, so I definitely got a good chance to test it out. Right after this, I will show you the before pictures of the house and we'll start cleaning. But anyways, my name is Jenya and I come from Russia. I have been living in this country for way over 10 years. I married my American husband about 3 years ago, and we now have 2 kids, ages 1 and 3, and also a cat. We just upgraded from our cute townhouse and moved into this new house to raise a family and enjoy life, as well as the house itself with its beautiful backyard, front yard, fruit garden, and just nature that it comes with. Before moving into this house, we of course had the inspection done, and the inspector had discovered some slight problem with some pipe or some area in the plumbing system that needed a replacement as soon as we could get a chance to take care of it. And I'm only hoping that there are no professional plumbers watching this video right now having a good laugh at my technical explanation of the plumbing issues of the house. Either way, the house has just great bones and there are no major issues with absolutely anything except for that water pipe that the inspector told us to replace. So on that moment, we got the repair estimate, negotiated the house price down with the owners, and we moved in. And of course, we put that repair on our to-do list. But little did we know that the pipe was going to break now. It's basically the main pipe that carries all the water into the house. It was broken. We woke up in the morning and we heard water running in the basement. So basically we had to shut the water off, and I'm not really sure of the technicalities again, but we had to live without water for a little bit. While getting all the estimates from plumbers that we tried to call, they were all busy. It's hard to get one to come in as well. After we got one to come in and have a look at our pipe, they gave us an estimate of about $7,000. We decided to weigh our options and call them back in case we decided to go with them. But honestly, there wasn't many options to weigh except for my husband trying to fix it himself. He's no plumber, and honestly, I really didn't think that he was gonna be able to do that. So here's the footage of what we went through, just so you have an idea. You see that there was a part of the pipe that's missing that we had to cut off because it was broken, I think, and the hole in the concrete was already there. It was just covered up because, like I said, I think they had that problem before. My husband spent the whole day running to the shops, talking to people, trying to figure out what to do, and by the end of that day he fixed the pipe all by himself, and I could not believe it. We went to bed, and in the morning I had to clean the whole house, of course, and I cannot tell you the joy of having the water back. Having no water for a day or two may sound like a minor inconvenience, but it really can get extremely annoying. And especially if I were my husband on that day. He is allergic to fire ants, and there was a bunch of them in that hole. I don't know if you could see that in the video. And also having two small kids, one of them with diapers, you know how it goes, I guess. I mean, I'm sure we've all been there. I'm sure you've been there. That's just basically what happened. But it definitely makes you appreciate the little things in life. But either way, I hope today's video will bring you plenty of cleaning motivation and inspire you to get productive. And I hope you'll get a lot of good energy to just start on your to-do list and just enjoy life as it is. This dishwasher has some kind of red stains after it's done washing dishes, and we don't trust it. We don't know what it is. It doesn't seem like it's just water. Something's wrong with the dishwasher. Plus, it just doesn't close properly. We just needed a new one. We ordered a new one from Costco, and it just never seems to quite arrive here. It's been delayed for some reason. I don't know why. My husband's been dealing with that, but I can't wait to have a new dishwasher, and I'm pretty excited if it ever arrives.
Let's go.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time.
This is not going to be the permanent place to dry the bibs for my baby. I will find some other spot permanent for them, but right now I just need to hang them somewhere, and I put those hooks into the wooden part of the cabinets because I love hooks everywhere, and for right now it's working. I know it's not a pretty sight. Also, feedback on this Jaws all-purpose cleaner. This is the only bottle I have ever tried, the all-purpose one, and I like it. It's chemical-free, it smells nice, it cleans well, so I'm pretty happy. Also, at this point in time, I'd like to ask you a question. If you happen to have an all-purpose cleaner that you are absolutely amazed with, or is just plain simple your favorite, I'd love to know what that is. You can leave me a comment down below and tell me what your favorite all-purpose cleaner is if you happen to have one. For me personally, I like mixing my own mostly. I prefer just pretty much mixing the dishwashing soap with water and maybe adding some essential oils whenever I feel like it. I like the Jaws, but when it comes to Method all-purpose cleaner or Mrs. Meyer's, I haven't tried all-purpose cleaner if there is one from Mrs. Meyer's, but the hand soap, I just don't like the smell of it. I'm not a fan. When it comes to method, I tried the wood cleaner and I thought maybe I just don't like the smell of this one. Then I tried the all-purpose method and I don't like the smell. I don't know what's wrong with me. So far the non-chemical number one for me is the Jaws, I would say, just because it smells way more pleasant, and the Thieves all-purpose cleaner. I didn't even mention that one. That one is, I guess, number one for me. Smell is amazing of Thieves all-purpose cleaner. But let me know again what your favorite all-purpose cleaner is if you have one. If you thought that I was gonna get away with just one load of dishwasher on that day after not having water, you were mistaken. Of course, after the dishwasher is done with the first load, we're gonna unload it and load it back up with the rest of the dishes. But until then, we're gonna start cleaning the living room because the kitchen is now mostly straightened out. I'm going to go back there and wash the floors and sweep the floors, but right now, let's pick up the living room as well.
Hold up just a minute. Been looking for some help just to find myself. Yeah. Been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore. 'Cause I've been
During that time with no water, we were just trying to pass the time. As you can see, just doing puzzles. For some reason, ripping up the coloring book on the floor. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, we were just trying to do whatever. And so I tried taking them outside as well to just have some fun while we had no water. I don't know what I was thinking because they got so dirty with the sand and everything that they really needed a bath. And at that point, I didn't know if the water was going to be fixed. And thank God on that evening, my husband fixed the water. We don't really know anybody around yet, and all of our relatives are pretty far away now that we moved, so we are like alone in the island somewhere, in a pretty island.
It's all been a waste of time. How could somebody be with someone else if you can't be by yourself? I got my problems. Lately I've been fading out, holding out, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions.
I know this gray basket with the diapers on it needs to go somewhere. I need to find a place for it. Right now, obviously, that's not my main priority. I'm just trying to clean up the house. So this gray basket is gonna stay here right now near the fireplace. But I'm going to make sure that I'm going to get organized in this house. And by that, I mean I'm going to find a place for every single thing in this house. Although I do try to take my time and think properly which is the best place for every single thing in the house, if it makes sense to place it right here or right there, and if it's going to stay there because it's comfortable, it's reachable, and it's easy to put back. And that will be my rule for everyday use things. When I find a place for them, they have to be easily accessible by every single person that needs them in the house, not just me, and also easy to be put back. Otherwise, the system is going to fail.
Out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out driving every mile, and now if I rewind, it's all been a waste of time. It's all been a waste of time.
This area on the left that looks like a desk, it actually is going to be for me. A few of you asked in the comments if I have been using it so far, and yes, I have. It just don't get a chance to always have the time to myself to sit at this desk with my computer. But after I completely unpack this house, which is mostly done, and also organize it, I feel like I will arrange some time to spend for myself at this little corner with my computer doing whatever it is that I like to do. So to answer your question, have I been using this desk and do I like it? I am absolutely in love with it. I have used it a little bit whenever I have a chance, but not a lot of time. But yes, I do love it. I know that to some of you, especially to those who watch a lot of my videos, this house might sound like a failure or just a complete disaster all the time, or something goes wrong with it always. But it's still the house of our dreams, and we are very much enjoying it to the absolute fullest. And we didn't expect any perfection. We knew what we were buying, we knew what we were going in for, and we got it. There's a little bit of problem here and there, but nothing major. So we're happy, because I doubt that everything always goes as planned in life or everything goes perfect. You've got to have those little ups and downs in order to appreciate the ups. I am not sure what to put on top of this fireplace to make it pretty, and what to put on the wall above the fireplace. My husband and I both feel that this is sort of the most important place to make look pretty, because no matter which side you're coming from or coming into the house, or even if you're coming down from upstairs, this is the first place that kind of catches your eye. And I don't believe that I am any good at decorating. I guess I could repeat something that somebody else does, but coming up with my own ideas, not with decor. So if you have any ideas, or maybe let me know if you have a fireplace, what is above your fireplace? Is it candles, pictures, flowers? Is it all three or none? Or maybe something else? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know and get some ideas as well. Also, I decided to wash all of the pillowcases for all of our pillows that we just use around the house, and that one just had feathers all over. Also, this pregnancy pillow, my husband can't stand it, and I like it, so I don't want to throw it away or donate it. I just like it laying around. He seems to always kind of trick me into forgetting about it and then trying to throw it away. This time I found it in the garage, so I brought it right back in. I'm gonna wash the cover and put it right on the couch because I like it, and yeah, it's staying. When I was wiping down the fireplace shelf, I forgot that I had my earrings on it, and they fell on the floor, and now I vacuumed them in. So I have to take everything out of the vacuum and find my earrings, hopefully. So I found this one and the other one on the floor. This vacuum, my Dyson V10, broke in the old house right when we started packing and when I needed it the most. Thankfully, I still have the other two vacuums, but you really get used to comfortable things really fast. And I felt like I didn't have my hands when I didn't have my vacuum on me all the time. I mean the cordless vacuum. It died when I was using the vacuum storage bags and I was sucking the air out of it. All of a sudden, it just died. And I thought it was the bags, which now I absolutely don't. It just the vacuum died for some reason. The battery died on me. I called the company, and after they put me to the test and asked me questions, they decided that it was the battery and they sent me a new one. It was free because I haven't even had the vacuum for even a year. It felt like it took me the longest time to get it because I had to wait till we moved to have the parts sent to me to the new address. But anyway, I'm so happy to have it back.
Can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now. Been biting my tongue for a while. The words just wanna come out. I'm too afraid to be rejected. It's so expected. I feel like I'm out of my mind, but I know I can't deny you. I am so alien.
So embarrassing. Right after I've been telling all the good things about this vacuum, the battery dies on me. I'll have to charge it, and I'm gonna continue sweeping the floors.
Wonder what will happen next. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes. Every time you touch me, babe, you send me right out into.
So it's not like I'm just taking the towel off of the floor and putting it on the table. The thing is, with this, I always keep a kitchen towel on the oven door, just like a lot of us do. My 1-year-old son cannot stand anything hanging on the oven. He just walks by, takes it, drops it on the floor, and goes on about his business. It wouldn't be a big of a deal, but also his sister and him cannot stand most of the doors open in the house, even the refrigerator door. Every time I'm looking for something in the fridge, if they are around, they are going to be waiting by the fridge to close the door after I'm done, or not even wait, just try and close the door because they can't stand it. And not just that, but also other doors around the house. It's just something I can't explain for now. I am guessing I need to find a different place for the kitchen towels, but all of my life I have been successfully using the oven door for it, and apparently now somebody is getting old enough to tell me no. I'm showing you the after pictures for right now, but we still gotta unload that dishwasher and load it back up. And also I wanted to wipe the floors as well as the appliances. But first I'm going to start the laundry with all of the pillowcases and add another pregnancy pillow to that, the one that my cat now uses, which also happens to be pretty dirty.
You send me right out into space, right into space. My head tells me to stop, but there is nothing I can do. No. When I'm with you, I lose myself. I feel good. Oh, yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes. Every time you touch me, babe.
I'm gonna put the pillow and the pillowcases on delicate wash with tap cold water. Back to the kitchen, we're gonna deal with the dishes as well as the disgusting sink, and then we're gonna wipe everything down here in the kitchen. One more note about the kitchen: I'm assuming not all of you are fans of cats, and I have one, and right now she has been having her snacks on the desk part of the kitchen because I have to put food away from the floor because my baby is going to eat it in no time. I decided to place her main eating station in our bedroom for now because that's where she spends most of her time, but I give her snacks throughout the day and it's just more convenient to just do it right here in the kitchen, and I picked that desk area just for now. We don't ever put any of our food on that desk area, it's just a desk. So she's not allowed to jump on any counters or tables, but that desk part she is allowed to go to because that's her snack area. I'm gonna leave the dishes on the counter on the towel until they're dry to put them back into the cabinets after. Definitely need a riser in this cabinet. Struggling with the dishwasher here. I need that new dishwasher to arrive already. I've got to tell you one thing I like actually about this dishwasher. The dishwasher might be old and not working properly, but one thing it does for me is just washes my dishes fast. I don't have to wait for anything. Every time I turn around, they're just done. And with other dishwashers, I always feel like I have 1,000 options and I just need the normal wash. I want my dishes in and out and fast. That's all I need, but that's just me. I'm just gonna use the Jaws spray to spray it on the floors and clean it with a little towel. All this time while unpacking, I have been having a trouble to find my mop, and now that I have found the mop, I can't find the part of the bucket where you drain or squeeze the mop. So far I've just been hand washing all of my floors in the house, and it's just been easier that way for now. Sometimes I find it faster and easier to do it by hand because there is no preparation required. You just need to wipe the floors real quick, and sometimes that's just what I prefer doing. Because if you're a mom, you might relate that when you try and wash the floors with a bucket full of dishwashing soap, your kids are of course going to try and wash their hands or even bathe themselves in that water, and I just sometimes find it an extra task to also keep an eye on them as well as washing the floors myself.
I don't know what to do tonight, but I've been feeling like pretty easy to like when your body is closer to mine. You got me feeling like there's no one other than you who can make me lose my mind. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving it? Spending every minute together. I found it quite odd, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. I took a bite.
As I turn around, I see my son trying to get the shoes out of the trash that I'm trying to throw away.
Going too fast, but no, I don't know how to stop. But I've been feeling like you're pretty easy to like when your body is closer to mine. You got me feeling like there's no one other than you who can make me lose my mind. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving it? Spending every minute together. I found it.
Now there's one more thing to do after the kitchen and the living room are clean. I'm going to take the pillows out of the laundry and put the pillowcases back on them.
Fire, you fuel my fire, 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 you fuel my fire, 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 you fuel my fire, 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 you fuel my fire. Let's keep this fire alive. Let's keep this fire alive. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving it? Spending every minute together. I found it quite odd, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire, fire. Let's keep this fire alive.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching today's video. I hope you had fun. If you ever feel that you have any questions, suggestions, or advice or anything to say, you can always leave me a comment under this video. And also I am on Instagram at FromJenia_with_love. I hope to see you next week and have a good weekend. Bye bye now. Hello guys, welcome and happy new year. I am Jenya. In today's video we're going to be doing a bit of a special project, if you will. Today I'm going to be doing my laundry room deep cleaning, organizing, decluttering, and a complete makeover. Since this laundry room happened to be quite a decent size and we just moved into this house a few months ago, so while I was working on unpacking the house and organizing all of the other areas, I have been treating this room as a dumpster area. Especially for my cleaning supplies, I would just throw it all in here. But my plan for today is to make this area my main station for my cleaning supplies as well as the refills. So we're gonna set all of that up in this video right after we do a makeover of this entire laundry room. So let me show you what we were starting with as we moved into this house. So our washing machine plugged in right under this huge cabinet, which didn't quite make any sense because I could not open up the washing machine all the way. I don't know who designed it like this, but this cabinet needed to go. As my husband started taking it off the wall, wall, I realized that there were two parts to this cabinet, and so we decided to hang it in a slightly different way, which we thought would make more sense. My husband was going to hang the tall part of the cabinet into the corner and the smaller part of the cabinet right next to it. That way I could reach the top of both of them, but that meant that I would have to paint over that blue spot that was left on the wall, and I thought, why not paint the whole laundry room while I'm at it, right? So as my husband gets done with his part of hanging the cabinets, I'm going to start up with my part, which I'm going to break up into a few stages. First of all, the cabinets are stuffed with stuff and I don't even know where anything is. So the laundry room is a complete disaster, and all of that disaster is hidden inside of the cabinets. You'll see all of that when I take everything out of the cabinets and start cleaning, organizing, and decluttering. But first, before painting the room, I wanted to clear everything out of the way so that I can walk freely. Then I wanted to wash the walls and start painting. But just a little reminder, in case you're a mom and in case you forgot, that the laundry never stops. Project, no project, the laundry just does not stop. So that was quite a challenge. I am not including all of the laundry that I was doing while doing the makeover. I think it's just a little bit off the topic, but I just wanted to let you know that all of the laundry was still being done just like normal during this project. It may look like it took us a couple of days to complete this project, but in reality it was broken up into a lot of parts and we were getting them done as we had spare time on our hands. So no, the laundry never stops, especially while having two little toddlers in the house and a new puppy. So before I start my painting project, I just wanted to clean everything around, wash the walls and the window with a light solution of dishwashing soap and some water. I wanted to have everything out of the way as much as I could, vacuum the floors, and just have the space somewhat clean to start my project. But for those of you who are new, just a little introduction. I am Jenya. I came to America many years ago, and then I met my American husband about 4 years ago. We got married, had 2 kids. They are now 1 and 3 years old. We also have a cat and just now adopted a new puppy. So I want to say we're a happy family of now 6 and are living in a new house that we moved about 6 months ago. We're planning to stay in this house for quite a few years and have our children grow up in here, so we want to make this house look the way we prefer and not for sale. So the plan is to paint some areas, do some makeovers, and invest in quality products where we need to. Anyways, with the walls, I was going to prime them first. I can't exactly tell you where this primer came from, but as you can see, probably it is a little bit old. It is thick, and even after my husband used this drill bit, whatever it is called, to really mix it well, it was still too thick for me to use. I wasn't going to go through this nightmare, and so I decided to use my leftover absolutely favorite paint. It is for kitchen cabinets and it does not require any primer. I painted my kitchen cabinets in the previous house with this paint. The color is called Alabaster. It is by Valspar and I love it, so I just went ahead and started painting the walls. Anyways, I'm gonna give you a little break from me talking and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. I am back. It's been too long. I'm just kidding. I could not let you think that this was my plan to paint around my outlets like this without taking them off, and also to paint over these holes on the wall. I don't know what I was thinking at the moment. Maybe I was a little too tired on that day, but I'm going to fix those holes a little bit later. I'm going to take off the outlets as well. With the holes, I'm going to have to fill them up a little bit and then paint over them once again. Also, we're going to be hanging 2 huge shelves on that side of the wall, so it's going to be all looking pretty. I'm only going to show you the first coat of paint. I didn't see a point in filming this second one, but that is exactly how many coats I'm going to do. 2 coats and only filming the first one because it's pretty much the same thing twice. I probably should have just went ahead and painted over the baseboards as well. For some reason I didn't. I was just happy that the white blends in really well, especially with the baseboards, and I didn't have to use any tape. I think I might have been nervous because I didn't know if that was the correct paint for baseboards, but then I was painting the walls with the kitchen cabinet paint. As far as I googled, that was quite okay, but at the same time my brain was thinking that window frames as well as the baseboards need to have a separate paint, and I would have to get that paint separately. I don't know what I was thinking. Please don't question, I have no idea. By the way, this is a good time to tell you that I am no professional, as you can tell, just a DIYer trying to save money here and there by doing things by myself. But on the other hand, this may also encourage you to do a couple of things that you haven't done before and you're afraid to start or to try. You're not just quite confident because you just don't know if you're gonna make a mistake, but mistakes are okay. I feel like we tell our children all the time that it's okay to make mistakes, but at the same time we ourselves are afraid to make one. Maybe it's just me, but for a long time I have been trying to change my whole mindset about making mistakes in life. Just thinking about mistakes as of something negative in life, it is an absolutely essential part of life. That's how we learn, that's how we live, because there is no perfection. Perfection is a myth in my opinion, and also those who have not made any mistakes have not tried anything new. Anyways, that was just me doing a little thinking out loud.
Got an ache inside of me. It's a deep hole where I bleed. Oh, can I seal it? You're like an ocean without land. Not a single grain of sand. I'm drifting on it.
First coat is pretty much done. I am completely out of paint, the one that I had left over from painting my kitchen cabinet. So I went to Lowe's, got the exact same paint in the exact same color, but it was just interior paint and not for kitchen cabinets. So whatever is left for the first coat, I'm going to finish with this new paint as well as do the second coat with this new paint. But I'm now done filming painting. I just wanted to show you the paint and me opening the can so that you have an idea what it looks like. It's a little bit off-white. It's a beautiful color. But I'm just going to quickly fix these holes on the wall with a little bit of dry Dex, which will dry in just a couple of hours. And then I'm going to sand it off and paint over it, and then we'll hang some shelves in this area and it'll look perfect. While I was at Lowe's, I got myself a couple of shelves. My husband's just gonna cut them to size to fit our wall, and we also got ourselves some brackets. I can't believe how expensive brackets are. We got decent looking ones for about $12 each, and we got 6 of them all together, therefore spending about $70 just on brackets. I think the project is still turning out cheaper than if we were to buy the whole thing with the shelves, but I think it's also worth in the long run to learn how to make those brackets DIY, because I know people do that. Maybe there is a way to get brackets for cheaper, and if any of you know of such a way, I would appreciate a comment down below. But at the end of the day, I'm not in any way sorry that we did this whole project from scratch ourselves. Right now, I'm just staining the wood shelves. I'm using my favorite product, which is Danish oil. It's all in one, meaning that it stains, protects, and seals. There is no other products that you need to complete the process of staining your wood. I just normally apply first coat, and then in 15 minutes or so I'll apply a second, and the color is a walnut.
Hit you with the text on deck, so
While staining the shelves, I missed a little corner on the left. It's a quick fix, I'll do that off camera. Just wanted to show you what was going on behind the dryer. This piece was a little bit too long, so my husband cut a piece of it out, and this is what it looks like after. I guess the dryer fits better overall, and right now this is all done. Sorry about my finger in the camera. At this point, the second coat is done, the shelves are on the wall, so it's time to clean up all of this painting mess and start the cleaning, organizing, and decluttering part of this video. So we're gonna clean up one mess and then make another by taking everything out of the cabinets, because sometimes it gets worse before it gets better.
A little bit lighter with you. Something's letting me heal. You're making it brighter right through the gray.
Another load of laundry in and out. I'm just going to drop my microfiber cloths and let you know that I have been completely obsessed with OxiClean powder lately. I would normally add just some Lysol sanitizer to my microfiber rags, but lately the smell of OxiClean sanitizer has just been taking it to the next level. That's just me. Let me know if you tried both Lysol sanitizer and OxiClean. Which one do you like better?
Sorry to my ex, you deserve more. Sorry to my ex-boss, but I'd rather say poor. Well, so maybe I'll go to
Just grabbing everything from the cabinets and out on the floor. This is most of my cleaning supplies from all over the house. I have a couple of sprays here and there under the sinks in the bathroom, in the kitchen, but this is all of the extra refills, miscellaneous, extra empty spray bottles, some things that were left from the previous owners. I never got to it, yes I know, plastic bags, baby wipes, whatever you can think of. So there it goes, all on the floor, and then I'll sort it out from there.
do good instead. I wanna fly away, fly to a place where all the clouds go away and turn to rain.
I'm gonna clean all of the cabinets really well, and if needed, I'm gonna vacuum them first, and then when I'm going to be putting stuff back inside, I'm gonna be so surprised at how much space I will actually have to fit everything freely and not just stuff it in and push it in. Right up until this point, I had no idea where anything was, and everything was just stuffed inside those cabinets to the point of where I couldn't even fit it in anymore. I like, whenever I organize and declutter, to have a little extra empty space left just in case, and just because we always have new stuff coming in, and I feel like it's just better to plan ahead for those days. It's not that I'm trying to welcome more clutter into the house, but rather trying to be proactive, if that's the correct word here. In other words, think ahead and be prepared for when the stuff actually comes in, because it does.
Fly to a place where all the clouds go away and turn to rain. You say you burn forever now. Will it hurt forever, or will I get used to the pain? You say you burn forever in hell. Will it hurt forever, or will I get used to the pain? When will these clouds go away, turn into rain, and when will the sun?
The new puppy, his name is Boris, he's doing great. He's about, I don't know, 10 weeks now. But anyways, he should not be left in the room alone at this time, and he doesn't like to be alone anyway. I'm not trying to cause any kind of separation anxiety in the future, but also he's a little bit too young to be left alone for a long amount of time. He's inside of that little cage, he feels comfortable in there, he likes it in there, and he sleeps in there as well. Sometimes it takes me time to actually get him out of there, so he's having a good time, don't you worry. I just didn't want to leave him crying somewhere because there was nobody else in the house to keep him company. I mean, no adults in the house that should keep him company.
You hear them calling, shouting your name. Turn up the collar and walk away. Feels like you're falling, now who is to blame? Wishing you'd only be more like them. Over and over.
Right now I'm just separating all of the clutter into some kind of categories, as well as everything that is staying in this room and everything that's going out of this room.
If only you could see. Don't you know that you're beautiful? Just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful?
Taking a little break and going to the basement, I decided to not let that fear of making a mistake stop me from trying new things. I decided to paint the outlet covers gold. I wasn't trying to match anything, I just really love the color. To me, it turned out not at all a mistake. I absolutely love this color. You may disagree, but that's because we all like different things, and that's okay. But I love the golds, and I decided to also maybe bring a flower pot that has a little bit of gold in it, and I'll do that a little bit later as well.
It all will come back once the tables turn.
Dropped one of the screws behind the washing machine. It's a little bit too late now.
Set your sails on high.
All of the grocery bags that I use as trash bags here upstairs, I always run out of them, and so I decided to maybe start stocking them up here in this cabinet since I have so much space now. I'm also going to place some of the cleaning rags up here as well. Most of my cleaning rags that I have are kept in a different closet in a different room, and that works for now.
No matter what the scars, no matter what they say, then we'll shout it out.
I found a couple of signs that I used for my other laundry room in our previous house. I did a makeover of that old laundry room. That was my first ever time of painting any kind of walls ever, and this is my second. I have painted furniture before, just not quite walls. Anyways, on this surface I've put everything that is left over for me to go through, declutter and organize. And after that we have the next stage, which is making this room just a little bit prettier, maybe placing a couple of extra items here and there, hanging some pictures and hooks and things like that.
Don't you know that you're beautiful? Just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful? No matter what the scars, no matter what they say, then we'll shout it out louder, prouder. Ain't no one gonna hold us down, 'cause you know that we're beautiful. Just the way we are, just the way you are, oh, just the way you are.
This green basket is going to be specifically for any kind of accidents on the floor in case the dog has them. Before I got the dog, I was so confident after watching all of the YouTube videos where they tell you do not let your dog have an accident in the house. They're gonna think that it's normal, and I thought that I had it all figured out and I was just going to be on top of everything. He had a few accidents, and it is what it is. I'm trying to stay on top of it. I'm not perfect. Perfection is a myth, remember? We're doing so much progress right now with the puppy, but just in case another accident happens, at least I'll be prepared to clean it up right away. Where there is a sink, there needs to be a towel, I thought. Even though I come from Russia and people iron a lot of things there that in America people do not. Now that I'm in America, I don't remember the last time I used an iron, so I don't see a reason for us to have two of them. I don't know where they came from, but I'm donating one of them. I'm gonna bring in a little bit of greenery. We have a window here, so why not? Plus, I absolutely love flowers. Greenery brings a little bit of coziness into any room, and I just love it. That black flower pot was supposed to be the pot to match the outlets because I spray painted a little bit of gold on top of it. Now, I do want to keep most of my laundry products that I use on a daily basis within a hand reach, but I didn't want to buy any extra beautiful containers, and I didn't have many, but the ones that I had, I decided to bring in here. In fact, it was going to be just mason jars, but I thought it still looked prettier than the original packaging. And everything that mattered to me today was actually the practicality of the laundry room and not so much the look. I mean, I love the look, but the look comes second in my opinion. Now, this label maker, I'm sure a lot of you must have it already, and I just got it from Target for $20. I had no idea it was that affordable. Now, I am lucky enough to have a Cricut machine of my own, but that is always more of a project, a sit-down project, a kind of half time to myself project, not with the kids running around. And this is more of a really fast get out, make a label kind of machine. It is so fast and uncomplicated that I just thought it was a really good $20 spent. Little broom hanger from the dollar store for $1.25. I just asked my husband to hang it for me real quick. Then with the shelves, this is the before look with all the laundry products in front of me, and this is the after. I put them into mason jars. It looks a little bit better. Actually, in my opinion, it's just perfect for me. It is time to walk you through everything and show you the after pictures, guys. Nothing too fancy in this room, but very practical for my needs. Since I hardly ever use dryer sheets anymore, but I still have some left over, I'm just going to stick them up here in hopes to finish them, as well as the iron that I never use, and some paperwork or warranties for appliances that were left over from the previous owners. Now, this cabinet is my main station for cleaning supplies. This is mostly everything that I have, and I didn't expect for it to fit in here, honestly. On the top left, I have bathroom and toilet cleaning supplies. Then I have some empty spray bottles. And on the right, I have some laundry products that I need to finish, but I probably won't buy again. Now down here, I have everything that I thought I didn't have but kept buying because I didn't know where it was. Hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, Fabuloso, and things like that. My in case of a puppy accident basket. All of the brushes and the scouring sticks. And behind them, a couple of miscellaneous products left over. I have all the bulky bottles of white vinegar, bleach, and ammonia behind there, and then all of the floor cleaning products right next to it. And on the right, I decided to put my refills for my laundry detergent. Now I have a drawer that is completely empty. I have literally nothing to put in there. I am so happy about that. This is all I need and this is all I have. I'm just going to show you a couple of overall pictures of the laundry room, the befores and the afters. I think it's quite a significant difference. Let me know what you think in the comments. Right here is a couple of pictures. The only thing is I'm not a fan of the look of that iron board on the door, but that is how the house came and I'm guessing I'm keeping that for now. We'll see if that's a waste of space for me. I think right now space is not an issue, so I'm not claiming that door quite yet. Now this is the before shot of the laundry room. Here's the after. Here's another before from months ago when we just moved in. And another after, as you can tell. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I can't wait to hear from you in the comment section. Bye bye now.
Just one glass in, you're already on my mind. When it gets late, I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about
Hey guys, I hope you're having a good day today. My name is Jenya. Today is going to be another cleaning and organizing video. A few months ago, when we moved into this new house of ours, we just dumped a lot of stuff into this extra room that we had in the house. The stuff that we thought would be non-urgent, not something that we would use every day, something just extra. Things like toothbrushes, candles, baby powder, picture frames, shower gels, you get the idea. So all of that stuff was dropped in here, what we call a guest room. I don't know, would you be my guest if you had to stay here? Anyway, today I would like to organize this space completely, top to bottom. I'd like to dump everything out, go through each piece, organize it all, and make a home for everything. We would like to have this room as our guest room slash the room where I could shut the door behind me and have some time to myself on my computer. I'm gonna have my Cricut up here, so this room is for me mostly slash guests, and that closet in this room I'd like to use for keeping all of our extra supplies, refills, backup items, and things of that nature. Of course, at first I'm going to see what I'm going to find inside these boxes as well as the boxes inside the closet. I honestly at this point have no idea what's inside of them anymore because we keep throwing stuff on top, and when we were moving to this new house it was just like any other normal move. It was a chaos. So right now it's time to go through everything and organize it all. If you're new here, I am Jenya and I moved to America way over 10 years ago, and then about 4 years ago I met my now husband. We got married and had 2 kids. My daughter Anya is now 3 years old, my son Maxim is 1. We also have a cat and her name is Katya. On this channel you'll find plenty of real life cleaning, organizing and decluttering motivation. I also like staying on the budget for the most part, so sometimes I do things DIY here as well. If that sounds like something you would normally enjoy, I hope you will come and visit me here again. As you can see right now I'm just starting to dump everything out of the boxes onto this bed, and whenever I use a bed as my workspace, especially for organizing and decluttering things that I don't know if they might be covered in dust or whatever else, I just like to cover that bed with an extra blanket so that whenever I'm done with all this organization I can just take that blanket off and wash it if I need to. So this greenish sage blanket that I just put on the bed I might need to take off and wash at the end of this organization.
It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods, lost as I should. I barely see the sky now, we're safe under the trees. You tell me about your secrets.
So I have a bunch of microfiber cloths and chest towels for the kitchen, and I use so many of them on a daily basis that I have to have a lot. I normally prefer to have 4 main categories for my rags: yellow ones for the kitchen cleaning, blue ones for the bathroom, I use white washcloths for floor spills, and then the rest is just mainly cleaning and dusting around the house. So I have decided to keep a handful of each category downstairs, and then all the refills, extras and backups are going to be up here in this closet, and I'm gonna try and find an organizer for those rags around the house somewhere. And so until I find that organizer for all these rags, I'm gonna stick them in a box for a minute, since there is no chance of them staying organized laying like this on the floor with my two toddlers jumping around like monkeys. I got through a couple of boxes that included mostly fabrics, blankets, sheets, curtains, and next few boxes are gonna be more tedious with smaller things in them. And I personally prefer micro-organizing things by separating them into smallest categories possible. So the first thing I'm going to do is to find a couple of organizers I can utilize in that closet. And so just by looking around the house, I found a couple. This shoe organizer laying on the floor I'm going to use over the door, and then I'm gonna get another one from my daughter's room that I can hang. And I was also hoping to use this black little cubicle organizer inside that closet if it fits. I'm gonna measure it in just a minute, but first I would like to wipe everything clean, this cubicle as well as the inside of the closet, the shelves and the floors of the closet.
Everything feels so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act, well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too, 'cause baby I don't wanna be.
I know that I said my yellow rags are mostly for the kitchen, but when they get a little old, I use them for the floors first before I throw them away.
How it hurts to see you smile like a dagger in me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, you're so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking.
When I measured the cubicle and the walls inside the closet, it's like it was made for that closet. So I am going to end up using that cubicle inside the closet.
Still wanna be with you. I think you want it too, 'cause baby I don't wanna be. Baby I don't wanna be. Oh, even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too.
I love that these organizers are super affordable for a project like that, especially the one that over-the-door shoe organizer. I think it cost me around $10. I couldn't find the ones that I got, but there are plenty of options on Amazon. I've got a silly cat that likes chewing on rubber bands if I'm not careful and leave them around the house by accident, which there she goes chewing on it, and I can't imagine that being any good for her because she a couple of times threw them up after I'm assuming she ate them. So of course I try to pay attention and prevent those accidents. She is just another baby in the house that needs to be constantly watched. Also, as I'm going through picture frames, I seem to have more picture frames than actual pictures that I have printed out. Most of those picture frames came as gifts, and I never seem to just ever get to pick out my most favorite pictures and print out the correct size, go ahead and pick them up, put them on the walls. I just don't know why, but it sounds like such a chore to me. I would imagine most people would enjoy the process, right? I even got given a picture printer at some point, which I still did not use. But basically, I guess I'm just putting all of these picture frames into the closet for now, and that's until I guess I'm ready to do all this hard work of printing a couple of favorite pictures of mine and hanging those on the wall somewhere.
Swept away all the fun of yesterdays, but I'm gonna hold it together. This ain't forever. Need a shot and then a beat, somewhere to let off some steam. I'm not the one to say never, never say never. Been playing it down, but I'm so getting tired. Now won't you meet high? 'Cause I've been feeling crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on. Baby, put the record on. Hit it. And I've been needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on. Am I gonna need that song? Hit it.
So I keep taking toilet paper out of the boxes. I feel like I owe an explanation. When we were moving, I used toilet paper as fillers in the boxes. Since toilet paper is pretty bulky and will take up quite a bit of space during the move, especially if you like shopping for things in bulk and buying a bunch ahead of time, which is what I like doing. So I just figured I would stick that toilet paper whenever I have some space left in a box, and if we ever happen to move in the future, I gotta say I would use that little trick again. Another box with just fabrics like towels, pillowcases, etc. I thought I had gone through all of those already, but not.
Another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you like I do. All you ever do is say how far you wanna go. Baby, I can tell it's just for sure. Every line designed to let me know. You know you're already accepted. To me, you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I.
As I have everything on the bed now, I'm going to try and separate things by categories, throw away if there is something I may not need, then decide if things are going to belong in this room or need to go somewhere else. And then of course everything that needs to stay in this room is going to go into those organizers, cubicles, shelves and containers.
What it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind.
Just to give you an overlook of everything that I have on the bed, and then I'm gonna go through things pretty fast. This organization process took me one day. I'm not sure what got me started and I wasn't planning on it, but something got me triggered to start, and then I just got so motivated and I just wanted to finish this project. I keep hearing that motivation is not something that comes on its own. It normally comes after you start your project or cleaning. Especially after you see some progress, that is normally enough to get motivated and get even deeper into the project. That's not to say that I was working with no breaks. At some point, I went out with my daughter, we got lunch, I also had to do some things around the house, but that still didn't stop my motivation to just keep getting back to this project. Even just out of curiosity, I wanted to see what this complete disaster room would look like after I get it organized. Whenever I start a big project like this, I just keep imagining what it would look like in the end and just craving to see that transformation. However, at the same time, I find it way easier to never tell myself that I have to finish this project if I start it. On the contrary, I tell myself that I'll just do a little bit and then I'll get back to it whenever I have the time next. Feel free to share in the comments if you are the same or if you struggle to find motivation to start on your cleaning.
You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love 'cause so
I always wanted to place my Cricut inside of this stand, but we'll always use this stand for something else. I just like having my Cricut kind of hidden and out of the way, but then if you open those two little doors, it's there, set up and ready to go in case I want to make a label or anything else. So on this day, I actually got to set my Cricut up finally.
so am I. So am I. Million thoughts are spinning around in my head. My pulse won't sit down, 'cause I'm almost there. Now I see you through the window.
Having two toddlers in the house, obviously I have to keep in mind that everything that's potentially dangerous for them is going to go up high, out of their reach. Even though the door is going to have a childproof lock on it, I just like to be prepared for the worst anyways. So on the bottom of this on-door organizer, as well as anywhere inside the closet that's within the kids' reach, I'm just going to place things like toothbrushes, unopened plastic containers, and things that they should not be able to harm themselves with. I don't mean to be stating the obvious, but for those of you guys who might not have kids, you might be thinking something like, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would you put it up there and not down here, you know?
Show me your heart, I'll show you mine. You go first, I'll rewind. You're my soul, my heart, my beautiful. You're my first, my last, my wonderful, and I just can't seem to get enough. It's because I love you most of all. Million thoughts are flying from my head. Let's kiss them away.
So I like using this shoe rack for organization of things that are not quite matching with each other. If I just have one or two of each thing, and on top of that they're all small. With the things that we don't really use on a daily basis, I think it's better to organize them in a visual way. Otherwise, it's very easy to just forget about them. If you ever happen to come across the Clutter Bug YouTube channel, that lady explains to you that we basically all fall into 4 main categories depending on the way we like to organize things. Some people like it visual, some people like it tucked away, some people like to throw one major category into one large bin and be happy with it, while others cannot live without organizing everything into micro little tiny categories and then having a container for each one. I used to think there was something wrong with me just because I did not like sometimes the way other people organized. I thought it was my lack of organizational skills or just lack of knowledge, so it was extremely helpful for me to learn that all people just belong to different categories. It boosted my confidence tremendously tremendously. I don't feel anymore that I have to copy other people's organizing ways if I don't have that feeling that this is my style 100%. So obviously I'm not trying to push anything onto you, but if you're struggling with finding your organizing style, and sometimes that prevents us from even starting a project, especially those of us who only want to organize it in a perfect way and have that perfect system, and if it's not going to be that way, then I'm not even going to start. Anyways, if you're struggling with any of those issues or any other kind of mental blocks when it comes to organizing, I would like to throw out a suggestion to just go and find out which organizing type you belong to. That might clarify a couple of things for you, just like it did for me. And of course, it's only a suggestion. That lady's channel is called Clutterbug. So all those boxes that we have emptied today, I'm just going to fold and take them outside.
Drinks I can't afford, and I buy little things, wanna kick people out the door. Well, so maybe I'll go to hell, and maybe I'll go to hell. I guess you can never tell.
As I'm getting rid of all the clutter and clearing the things out of the way, I'm just going to wipe down the surfaces, including my computer desk, then throw away the trash, sweep the floors in this room, and then we'll see what we end up with after this whole organization today.
Say you burn forever in hell, or will it hurt forever, or will I get used to the pain? When will these clouds go away, turn into rain, and when will the stars in my head do good instead? I wanna fly away, fly to a place where all the clouds go away and turn into rain. And turn into rain. You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine 'cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. 'Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full.
My computer screen gets so dirty in no time, all the time. I'm sure yours does as well. I think I'm just gonna make a little spray of alcohol and keep it here somewhere in the room so that I can spray it on the cloth first and then wipe my computer screen with it.
You can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light, you're able to be happy. You can do whatever.
Katya is so tired. She could not believe how much she had accomplished today, and I just could not edit this part out of the video. But anyways, it's time for the after pictures. Let me walk you through.
I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody's gonna give it to you.
My plan is to keep this closet door closed for the most part and get a childproof doorknob on it.
'Cause I can see in your eyes.
Okay guys, I hope you got some motivation from today's video. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think and how your day is going. After this video ends in a second, I'm going to leave a couple of video suggestions on the screen for you to watch next if you wish. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye now.
You can do whatever.
Hey guys, I'm Jenya. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to start a video of cleaning our entire new house. As you may know, we just moved to this house a few months ago, and so it happened to be a little bit bigger than our old townhouse. So it is going to take me a couple of videos to clean the entire thing on camera. So I want to call today's video a part 1 and part 2 is coming up next. So in today's video I'll be tackling first half of the house, which is the kitchen, the living room, my toddler daughter's bedroom, as well as the playroom. And that would mean we'll be cleaning, organizing, decluttering, and taking down the Halloween decor. I'd love to know what you guys are up to while you're watching this video, what kind of projects you have in mind, or maybe you're just trying to relax and take a break or just go to sleep. At least that's what I do when I watch cleaning videos. But anyways, let me start with my daughter's bedroom. I'm gonna need to tidy up here, wipe down the dust and the window, sweep and wash the floors. If you are new to this channel, again, I am Jenya. I came to America a very long time ago from Russia. I think it's gonna be about 15 years sometime soon. So I met my other American half about 4 years ago. We got married and had 2 kids. My daughter Anya, whose room we're cleaning right now, is 3 years old, and my son Maxim is 1. We have a cat, her name is Katya, she is almost 4. On this channel you'll find plenty of cleaning, organizing and decluttering motivation. Sometimes I like to throw in an affordable DIY project. In fact, I like doing everything on a budget whenever I can. I will also share my real life messes with you, because if you happen to be struggling with keeping your house clean, I want you to know that you're not alone. We all struggle with something from time to time, and while I think that it is important to try and keep your house clean, fresh and pleasant, cleaning is not what life is about. Life is wonderful and life is busy, and we all get caught up from time to time dealing with things other than cleaning, and then of course it's easy to judge someone or someone's home whose story you don't know. A lot of times if we see somebody's messy home, we just assume that they're lazy, and I hope that if you're that person with the messy home, it'll make you feel better when I show you my messy home and I can say it out loud that I am anything but lazy and I still struggle to keep my house clean all of the time. Anyways, I hope that helped somebody, and all of our homes get messy from time to time, and the important thing is that we're here to do something about it. So go ahead, leave me a comment and let me know what your goal is for today. I hope you'll have a good time watching today's video, and I really do hope that it will give you the motivation to get you where you want to be.
If you ever feel alone, 'cause yeah, sometimes we'll feel alone. In a second, I'll be right there. Turn around, let it rain. Turn around and let it rain on me. Don't you be afraid. Just follow me. You don't need no space. Just follow me. Like a mirror, you reflect me. Like a Friday night on the weekend. I feel blessed and free. I just don't want this moment to
Since we moved into this house a few months ago, we haven't done anything to this room yet. I'm not sure what to do with it yet for my daughter, but I definitely want to at least get a rug in here for now. And so I have been looking around, and I never realized that Ross, the store, they really have great discounted pricing for rugs. So far, I got 2 little rugs from there, one for our bathroom and one for my son's room, but then I need one for here. An area rug is probably the easiest thing you can come up with if you're looking for a change in a room that is quick and no labor required. And so it's just a question of me spreading out my purchases for this new house, because if I buy everything that we need all at once, we are probably gonna have to starve for a little. So one rug at a time. In our old house, we used to have carpet, and in this house we have none, just a little bit on the stairs. And so I think I'm gonna have to buy a rug for every single room in this house, because I don't think we're gonna do anything to our floors for a while. And when we do, I actually don't think it's going to be a carpet. From what I hear around is that people who got rid of their carpet never actually want to go back. Let me know in the comment section if you think differently. But I'm just pretty excited to pick a different rug for every single room in this house, and I'll try to do my best to do only one rug at a time, so we don't have to starve our children.
I just don't want this moment to end. Baby, why you gotta go? Like a mirror, you reflect me. I just don't want this. I just don't want this moment to end.
I just saw something on the window that I jumped back. It's a little bug. It's not entirely disgusting like I find most of them. I think I'm afraid of everything except for ladybug. And this bug, it didn't really move much, so I keep seeing them around. They're not really scary. I didn't have my husband home, so I couldn't really freak out like I normally do. So I decided to just wait for my husband and let him know that there's a bug hanging out on the window. The bug wasn't really reacting to my attempts to get it out of the window. It might have been sleeping, so I decided to just stay away from the window. I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere.
You catch me right. I'll be alright.
Here's my Instagram account in case you're ever interested in sending me a direct message. I'm not really an Instagram pro. I just started using it a few months ago, and I use it mostly for videos that I find funny, especially to do with mom life. So you can always connect with me there or here in the comment section below.
But back in with my eyelids closed. Yeah, my fault, I think I like it. I don't be told. Once in a while I act like no one knows me. But back in with my eyelids closed. Nothing that I change about this moment forevermore.
Okay, now that this room is done, let me show you some after pictures, and we're moving to the living room downstairs. This is the living room, and if you happen to watch my fireplace makeover a couple of videos back, this mirror on the mantle looks new to you. That is actually the mirror that I wanted to put up there in the first place. I just did not have it at the moment, so I just put a picture up there at first and decided to take my time to look for a mirror that I wanted for the right price and the right quality, and I found one at Sam's Club. They had a sale going on for 36-inch round mirrors for $50. You probably cannot beat that price, so I went to order it online immediately, grocery and my Sam's Club was out of stock. I ended up mentioning that to my mother-in-law who lives in Florida, and she ended up looking at her Sam's Club and they had them in stock. So of course she got it for me, and now that they visited, she delivered it to me. As well as a couple of lanterns, one of which you can see on the floor right now. So I got a couple of them as gifts because she was not going to use them, and I was so happy because I had been looking for lanterns, big ones, and of course they're all really expensive. I did find one though at Home Goods for $25. It was huge. So now I have quite a few lanterns in my house. They're all big and beautiful, and I can't wait for Christmas to start decorating them and my house with them. I went to Lowe's the other day and they have this Norfolk pine trees on sale right now. They're $25 at my store. I love plants, but I kill them easily. I just hope this tree will last. I know that they can grow very big and they're supposed to be pretty easy to take care of. You don't really need to do much at all. Please let me know in the comment section if you have one. How big does it get? I know there are different varieties and I'm hoping that this variety will get pretty big. Well, actually, the first thing I'm hoping for is not to kill it. This was my first year decorating, so I wasn't sure what to do with this pumpkin. This is a real pumpkin, and now that the Halloween is over, it still looks pretty good. Not sure what to do with it. I'm just gonna put it next to the tree. I'm gonna take all of the toys upstairs because that's where they normally belong. The kids have a huge playroom for now, and that's where I would like to keep all of the toys, but they are allowed to bring toys downstairs if they're playing with them at the moment, so we just take them back to the playroom at the end of the day. Well, in theory at the end of the day, but in practice maybe every few days. My baby just decided to say hi out of nowhere. He never does that, so I could not delete that scene. We're still on the lookout for a sectional couch. The only thing I'm going to miss about this couch is how easy it is to clean. So far, having two toddlers in the house as well as this new rug, as light of a color as it is one of the best purchases I have ever made. I was nervous trying to guess how long it will take the kids to destroy it, but it seriously has been so easy to take care of. If there is ever a spill, I just wipe it down. The colors on this rug will never run, and it was really affordable, so I'm happy with the color that I picked. I'm saying that for those people who have toddlers and are nervous about getting a light rug, simply because I know I was scared, but because of the brown colors that it has on it, I would say it's definitely safe to get something like that if you have babies or toddlers around.
Everything feels so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore.
My cordless vacuum did just die on me again, so I'm just gonna sweep out the fireplace and put the new logs in. They're just for the looks. We haven't used this fireplace not once yet, but I really wanted to put some birch logs in because I thought it would look pretty.
Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile like a dagger hit me.
Okay, so now that we're done with the living room, I'm just gonna show you the after pictures and we're going to move to the playroom. By the way, we still have to hang this mirror on the mantle. It hasn't been fixed yet, but we are now moving to the playroom.
Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now.
Okay, so in here in the playroom, we have to take all of the Halloween decor down, put it away, then pick up all of the toys, and of course declutter whatever I can declutter today. Put these toys away because I normally do rotations with the kids, so we're gonna put all of these toys away and take the new rotation out. The thing is here also is that I just organized the rotations a couple of weeks ago. Before that, it used to be a complete disaster. Ever since we moved, everything just kind of ended up on the floor here, so I had to literally go through every single puzzle piece, put everything back together, organize it, and declutter whatever I could. In the end, I had, I think it was 5 toy rotation containers, plus 2 containers of just puzzles, one for each kid. But the part that I missed is telling my husband what was going on with the rotations. He doesn't really know what the rules are. I guess he didn't know that you're not supposed to really give them more than one rotation at a time, and you're supposed to just take one away and then give them another instead. But anyways, there was a couple of times where he felt the need to give them a box of toys, and they ended up with a couple of rotations here in the room all out. Anyways, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to declutter it down to just one toy rotation. There's a couple of reasons for that. They don't play with all of those toys, and I know which ones are important to them, and I'm not getting rid of those today. And also another reason is that we decided to turn this playroom into something else. I think it's a little bit too much in our situation to give our kids each room for each kid as well as this huge playroom. Not that it's too much for kids in general, it's just that we could use this room for something else. We think we're going to turn it into my husband's office since the one that he has downstairs is not really working out for him. But also this room is just so big, it's like a double room. We haven't even made up our mind what to do with all of this space since my husband doesn't need all of it for his office. But in our case, dedicating this entire room to just playing would be a little bit of a waste. So we're still thinking how we are going to arrange all of that, how we're going to turn it all around, and what we're going to make in here. But right now I'm just trying to downsize their toys as much as I can, because at the end of the day, it's not the toys that make the kids happy, and my daughter doesn't need 2 doll houses. And like I said, we're still thinking and planning. We don't know where all the toys are going to go, whether we're going to just put it into their bedrooms or make a little play area downstairs. But I honestly cannot wait till we rearrange everything because I get really excited about those things.
There's another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you like I do. All you ever do is say how far you wanna go. Baby, I can tell it's just for show.
A kind of thought it was funny because this white pumpkin, not only did my 1-year-old son try to take a bite out of it, or I would say 5 bites out of it, my daughter after that tried to cure it with her little band-aids. She's obsessed with putting band-aids on absolutely everything around the house, and I'm not sure if that's a common thing for toddlers. I think it might be. Let me know in the comment section if you know anything about that. But anyways, in the end I decided not to throw away the pumpkin. Next year I'll just paint it all white or something.
When we are together, you're afraid to hold my hand, trying to understand.
These couple of things I made DIY, the tree and the haunted house. Since they worked so well, I decided to keep them for the next year as well. All of the decorations I'm gonna store in the basement now that we have one. I've actually also been simultaneously doing another project in the basement. Little by little, I've been trying to organize and rearrange all of my crafts, my plant tools and soils, and just anything that's mine down in the basement. And so I don't want to crowd it too much. I'm still working on that space, but all of the decorations will go down to the basement into my area. I feel like lately I have been working on project after project and projects simultaneously, especially since we moved into this house, but I really want to just arrange and set up all of the systems so that the house runs smoothly, you know? I really believe that it is so important to not just set up your cleaning goals, but to set up the system for your house to run smoothly. And for me, that would mean that every single thing would have its own place. Every single object will have its own home. All the things are organized and are easy not only to reach, but to put back in place. Organization, it really is not a mindless task. It involves a lot of thinking and concentration, putting things back and forth, trying to figure out what will actually work for your family. I think it's also important not to just blindly copy somebody else's organizing ways, because there are so many details that are different for each family. So this is what I have been spending all of my energy on, and although I feel like organization never really stops because we always need to update and upgrade our systems, we try different products and different foods, and therefore we always need to organize all of that stuff that we use on a daily basis. And so I felt like I just wanted to organize everything as much as I could before the holidays, and I feel like I'm almost through, but now Christmas is pretty much here. People are already starting to decorate. I hope you guys are excited for Christmas. Of course, I'm sure you are. Feel free to let me know, are you going to wait till after Thanksgiving to decorate your house for Christmas, or are you going to start before that? This is my donation bag, by the way.
So am I. So am I.
So after downsizing the toy collection that was on the floor originally in this video, I turned them into one rotation box, which is this plastic container, plus they have a couple of rotations in this closet. So now this container is going to go into the closet. Eventually I will take a new one out, and I'll show you how much we are decluttering and donating. This is just a bunch of small toys and puzzle pieces that I picked up from the floor, and I need to go through and decide what I'm gonna keep and throw away. In this box I have little small toys that are grouped together. I'm gonna take a few of them out for the kids to play with this time. Also, no worries, I will be taking all of the toys out of the plastic bags before I let my kids play with the toys. I know a lot of you would be concerned about that, and I know it's not safe. So no worries, plastic bags will be out of the way. So this black bag is for donating once again. So the chair, the shelf, the Halloween stuff, and the donation pile are all going out of this room. I feel like whenever I clean in here, decluttering little by little really goes a long way.
At the door, well, so maybe I'll go to
So in this container, I have all of the small toys I picked out for them to play with after I take them out of that plastic bag.
I guess you can never tell if you'll go to hell. When will these clouds go away, turn into rain? And when will these stars in my head do good instead? I wanna fly away, fly to a place where all the clouds go away and turn to rain. You say you burn forever now. Will it hurt forever, or will I get used to the pain?
My kids already have 2 chairs and 2 tables in this room, so they don't need a third one. I'm taking it out to possibly donate it or use it in the basement if I need it for something, like using it as a side table for my crafts, for example.
Will these clouds go away, turn into rain? And when will the stars in my head do good instead?
Now I'm just gonna vacuum the floor real quick.
Fly to a place where all the clouds go away and turn to rain. And turn to rain.
This is one of the rugs I got from Ross. I gotta tell you, this is now my #1 favorite store. I feel like anything I need for our new house, I can just purchase from there for a discounted price. But anyways, my husband just threw this rug in here because I guess he wasn't sure where to put it. But I actually got it for my son's room, and that's where it will go after I clean my son's room. I think it will be in the next video. Okay, now this room is done. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the after pictures, and then we'll move into the kitchen. If you feel like it, you can leave me a comment and let me know what would you do with this room. What would you turn it into if you lived here? That farther back part of this room with the chair is probably going to be my husband's office or just my husband's space with his computer. We're still thinking about the rest of the room. It should be something that wouldn't really necessarily interfere with his work, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's a nice problem to have, but if you have any ideas in the meanwhile, please drop them below. Now we are in the kitchen, and the only thing I'm actually going to be doing in this video today is decluttering the top of the fridge as well as this counter part. I feel like it's just too much, and if you look on top of my fridge, it's actually getting scary. Most of the things on top of the fridge are surprisingly tools, anything that needs to be hidden or kept away from the kids. So I'm gonna take everything off the top of the fridge and go through everything. Also, the cabinet above this fridge should be pretty empty. I have not organized it yet, and so today I wanted to tackle this part since I was starting to get scared that I wouldn't be able to open the fridge door without a hammer falling on my head or some other tool.
Stay in my bed just to know that you are mine. I am floating on it, and I wanna let it show. But I know how this goes. It's supposed to feel incredible. We have changed, but not that much.
It was really sticky on top of the fridge. It's, I guess, that kind of dust, that's oily dust that is hard to clean. Kind of disgusting in a way if you think about it. So I was really relieved to clean that part. This is the stuff that was on top of the fridge, so let's go through it and see what kind of surprises we got in here.
We have changed, but not that much.
Like I said, it's mostly tools because we have been working on the house, obviously, and I just don't want to run to the basement every time I need something. And so I thought once we're done with all the shelf hanging projects, I'm just gonna put all of the tools down to the basement where they should belong, and it will make more sense. But up until then, I just wanted to have them kind of handy. The problem is once you give the green light to keeping stuff on top of the fridge, especially if you don't limit it to a particular category, obviously it's going to become a mess. I tried to just limit it to tools and gave it one container, but then it grew out of that container pretty fast. So today all of the tools go where they belong, which is the basement, and whenever I need one, I'm just gonna go to the basement and get one. I'm curious, guys, do you keep stuff on top of your fridge, or is that a no-no in your household? If you keep stuff on top of the fridge, I would assume, do you limit it to a particular category and have a container for it, or do you just throw your mail over there? To me, it should be a no-no in my household, because once I say yes to it, it's just gonna get out of control. And from watching other organizing channels, I've seen suggestions of just putting a container or a tray over there so that things would not at least get lost. But I think I should just limit it to a plant or something, and that's it. Just a piece of decor, and that's it. No stuff for me. So for now, this is a new rule. I'm just gonna leave it empty. I'll let you know how it goes. Also, I just showed you that I just spray painted that pot black and gold, and I think I kind of love it. So I'm gonna go ahead, and whenever I have the time, maybe hopefully this year, I'm gonna paint the rest of my plant pots the same style. Do you guys paint your plant pots?
Waking up in my cold sweat, feel like I'm deep in debt without you. I'm sitting up in my lonely bed, wondering what I just said to you. I'm holding back the tide of water.
I decided to have another attempt not to drink so much coffee and get rid of this coffee machine. If you drink coffee, you probably know how it goes. Sometimes you go to Starbucks and then you end up getting the machine so that you would save money on it. And then you probably want to go to Starbucks anyway, because I think it's about the trip there and not just about the coffee, although it is delicious. Anyway, I was using this coffee machine for a while, just not so much. I think I prefer the actual coffee that you dissolve in a cup. So either way, I'm getting rid of this coffee machine. I will probably put it back a few days later, but right now I just wanted to clear the countertop. I really like just clear countertops in the kitchen, and that's what I'm working towards.
Night and day. Don't know where I've been or where I'll stay. Please say you'll be here with me. Still walking in a dream down in May. Waking up in my cold sweat, feel like I'm deep in debt without you. I'm sitting
Here my goal is going to be to get a hanging fruit basket that one of you has recommended to me in the comment section. I really like that idea. That's what I'll do. But anyways, as I finish up here and before I show you the after pictures, I just wanted to say that I hope you enjoyed today's video. In the next one, I'll be cleaning, organizing, and decluttering the other half of the house. I still got a couple more cabinets to organize and declutter here in the kitchen. I feel like as long as we have stuff coming into the house, decluttering should never really stop. So there's a couple more big projects, organizing and decluttering, that I have been working on, and I hope to share them before Christmas decorating. But anyways, let me know how your day is going. Are you getting ready to decorate for Christmas, or are you just looking forward to Thanksgiving so far? Let me know what you're working on. Just leave me a comment. You can just say hi if you feel like it. I love hearing from you, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye now.
Always on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Jenya. Today's video is another whole house clean with me, or let's get the house clean before the holidays hit us. Based on your comments, some of you guys have already started decorating for Christmas. That's pretty exciting. I almost feel a little bit behind, but I kind of have one big major decluttering project weighing on my shoulders. My husband's and I closet declutter. I need to do that urgently, but now I don't know which one I should assign my priority to, decorating or decluttering. Do you guys do your major decluttering projects before Christmas? I feel like I have to declutter first, but it's kind of itching to pull out that Christmas tree as well. Let me know in the comments if you are through with your decluttering, but we are in the meanwhile are going to start with our kitchen. I'm gonna show you the befores of what we're gonna be dealing with today, which is mainly decluttering 3 of my cabinets today. I didn't get a chance to get to those yet, and they are sort of out of control, so before we move to the rest of the house, I want to get this project out of the way. After we get done with this, we're gonna go and clean my son's room, the bathroom upstairs, and do some cleaning and decluttering in our master bedroom. With the first cabinet here in the kitchen, I'm just gonna take everything out, clean the cabinet, and put whatever I need in here back in. So I'm gonna clear the countertop to give me some workspace. And then the first cabinet I'm gonna be going through, I just keep my coffee and teas in there, my main collection of everyday spices, and we do use a lot of spices. We have way more than just this. And a container with just some extra stuff that I don't use on a daily basis, but still kind of need. So I'll go through everything real quick. For those of you guys who may be new here, my name is Jenya and welcome to my cleaning channel. In here you'll find plenty of cleaning, organizing, decluttering motivation. You'll definitely see some real life messes in here. I'd like you to feel that you're not alone if your house is a mess. But anyways, a little bit about me here. I came to the United States way over 12 or 13 years ago, I can't even remember, a long time ago. I met my American husband about 4 years ago. We got married and we had 2 little kids. Now my daughter Anya is 3 years old and my son Maxim is 1. Also, when we got married, we got ourselves a cat and her name is Katya. A few months ago, we started looking for a house that we wanted our kids to grow up in. We happened to find it really fast. And now we're here in our new house, the house of our dreams. Now I am happily organizing it and setting up all of the systems for the house to hopefully run smoothly. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it will get you started on whatever project you have in mind. And if you're watching it to get a break or for some distraction, I hope you'll have a good time. Right now I'm just adjusting the shelves so that my oil and vinegar can fit onto the bottom shelf. I'm gonna try and keep them inside this cabinet now instead of on my countertop. I'm trying to get rid of all of the clutter that I normally keep on my countertops. I really want to have clear countertops in the kitchen. I think I'm slowly but surely getting there.
Million thoughts are spinning around in my head. My pulse holds it down, 'cause I'm almost there. Now I see you through the window.
I only use stevia every other day whenever I make my kids juice in bulk, and so that's why I thought it would be okay for me to place that stevia behind the oil and vinegar bottle, since I don't have to reach out for it every single day.
Feel incredible. It's too bad you had to leave. Please come back now, baby. Where were we? Said you changed in a lie. Got the memory still popping up. Show me your heart, I'll show you mine. You go first, I rewind. You're my soul, my heart, my beautiful. You're my first, my last, my wonderful. And I just can't seem to get enough. It's because I love you most of all.
I'm gonna declutter a couple of things from this cabinet, the ones that I'm putting into the box, and then we're moving to the second cabinet.
Stay in my bed just to know that you are mine. I am floating on air.
As I'm doing this voiceover, I just actually came back from dropping my kids off at school, and by school I mean dropping them off at a church for a couple of hours, and it is called a parent morning out. I'm not used to doing this with my younger one because it's only been a couple of times for him. My daughter Anya, she's my older child. She's always enjoyed being around other people, not just me. And so quite a while ago, we decided to try this church for a parent morning out, which is, from what I know, is just like daycare but much cheaper. And there is no strict schedule, at least with the church that my daughter has been going to, which is why we have been doing that on and off. I would just bring her there once every other week, simply because she enjoyed it so much, and of course I could use some time to myself, until she actually started complaining that she wasn't going there often enough. It sort of became like a treat for her. If she acts well, she gets to go to school. So that's definitely one of her favorite activities. But as the time went by, I decided to introduce my 1.5-year-old son to the same church. It's only for a couple of hours in the morning once a week, and I thought that he would enjoy it just like his sister. But oh my goodness, am I realizing how much not only he is attached to me, but how I am attached to him as well. On Instagram, there is a post right now that's going around, and it says, "You don't really know what clingy is until you had a son." I know it must be different with every family, but I feel like it definitely applies to mine. Definitely let me know in the comments if you can relate. Maybe you had difficulty taking your kids to daycare or even school. I must admit, I think I can only now imagine why parents are bawling when their kid is going to school on the first day. There must be so many emotions, starting from sad to happy and proud, from realizing that you don't really have a baby anymore, now you have a kid that goes to school. I definitely am entering that season right now, and I'm trying to be happy about it. Babies cannot stay babies forever. There's got to be at least a few of you who have got kids but also choose to work, so you have to take your kids to daycare no matter their age. I can only imagine how hard that must be. And so please feel free to share your thoughts and opinions on this topic down below in the comment section. Let me know if you happen to have kids, how did your first day go of taking them to school, kindergarten, daycare, whatever it may be.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine 'cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. 'Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure.
You know how we all have that junk drawer? I feel like I had a few junk cabinets in my kitchen. I'd like to still use that as an excuse, the fact that we just moved. Yes, it has been about 4 months now, and I should have gotten to those junk cabinets a little bit sooner, but I am doing my best. And so here I am trying to finally complete all of this organization process in the kitchen, and I felt like most of this junk was just tools that needed to be kept in the basement. And so I'm trying to organize it now, but a few days ago my daughter fell down the stairs as she was trying to follow me to the basement. I was always so worried about my 1-year-old not falling down that stairs to the basement that I guess I just assumed that my 3-year-old can handle the stairs just fine. But no, a few days ago she fell down that stairs. Of course, to me it was so scary that I feel like half of my hair turned gray, but she, thank goodness, turned out to be just fine. But me, now I'm trying really not to go to the basement as often when my kids are around, or think of other ways. And so as far as the tools go, I decided to listen to a couple of suggestions of yours, and I think I'm just gonna pick a couple of tools that we use the most, like the drill, the hammer, and the screwdrivers, and then I'm gonna find some space here on the main level of the house for that little tool collection, and maybe even at some point get a separate toolbox to make it pretty. And so far I have separated that huge pile of everything into some sort of categories, and now I'm just gonna quickly put them away. I like using this turning jar for all of the extra sharp objects in the kitchen, and I keep it up in one of the cabinets away from the kids, of course. I'm gonna stick a couple of screwdrivers in here as well, one of each kind, and then on a different day, once I get that toolbox organized for upstairs area, I might as well put those screwdrivers in there. The stuff in that black box as well as in this little wire basket do not belong in the kitchen, so I'm gonna take it downstairs where it should belong. I'm gonna take these labels upstairs and put them next to my Cricut, and these things in the box I'm going to throw away since I'm not using them. From binge watching the Minimal Mom YouTube channel, I have learned one new thing, and she said when decluttering your house, do not be afraid to break up sets. And that made so much sense to me all of a sudden. A lot of times I hold on to a little attachment of whatever machine that I have just because they are a part of that machine, but I know that I will probably never use them. It was really quite liberating for me to learn that little trick or rule, whatever you want to call it. When it comes to dish sets, for example, plates, cups, you probably want them to match each other. So when it comes to that, I'm still going to hold on to cups and plates that are the same kind, but if there's a jar that comes with that set that I'm not going to use, I'm just going to declutter it. And so I decided to declutter those blades that came with my hand grater, since I only use a couple of them, and those are the ones I'm going to keep. Right now, let me show you the after shots of the 3 cabinets that we have decluttered today in the kitchen, and then we'll be moving to my son's room, which I will need to clean as well as bring in the new area rug. Here I have some openers for my Amazon packages and letters, and some plastic bags that I reach out for the most, and everything else is pretty self-explanatory.
Going through. I still wish the best for you. You're not the only one to love. There's plenty more under the sun. You'll find the one you need. Reach your total fantasy. You go out and get him, and I will find a better.
I'm gonna find a cup or a pen holder for those markers. I'd prefer to keep them vertically since right now I'm just wasting a little bit of airspace. I'm excited to see if the oil and vinegar bottles will work on this shelf rather than being kept on the countertop. On the second shelf I have my instant coffee and sugar, which I reach out for every morning, and then all the tea bags are behind, which I use not quite as often. Some extra miscellaneous stuff in this little black bin, just those little baby and kitchen items. Since my last video, we have agreed that there is no stuff allowed on the top of the fridge. The other morning we found out that our daughter has been reaching out for some butter knives, which are not really sharp but still, and so therefore all of the sharp knives went on the top of the fridge. I'll be looking for a new solution. I'm also glad to have cleared my fridge from all the stuff that has been hanging on the side of it. Nothing wrong with that, just not something I enjoy. We're now moving to my 1-year-old son's bedroom. I know what you might be thinking. I have neglected this room for a few days, and that's all it takes for it to get to this stage. I'm gonna clean it up in no time and then wash the floors and bring in the new area rack, which I got from my new favorite store, Ross, Dress for Less. The little water gun, that's all it is. I was afraid it was whatever else it could be.
There's plenty more under the sun. You'll find the one you need. Reach your total fantasy. You go out and get him, and I will find a better you. Ooh, a better you. A better you.
I have been looking for these. Would be quite useful to have them, but in the kitchen.
I will find a better you.
If you ever feel alone, 'cause yeah, sometimes we'll feel alone. In a second, I'll be right there.
There's just a bunch of my daughter's clothes in my son's room for some reason.
On me. Don't you be afraid. Just follow me. You don't need no space. Just follow me. Like a mirror, you reflect me. Like a Friday night on the weekend, I feel blessed and free. I just don't want this moment to end. But now you say you gotta go. Baby, why you gotta go? Like a mirror, you reflect me. I just don't want this moment to end. Don't jump into that car tonight. I'm not leaving without a fight. Now you're always on my mind. So
In that basket, I have a bunch of clean clothes that I have already sorted and folded. I just need to put it into the dresser. One new thing I have also started doing since recently and have found very useful, and that is to keep my kids' socks hopefully next to their shoes, but if not, then somewhere downstairs where I don't have to run upstairs to get their socks. I don't remember if I ever put on their socks before we had to leave somewhere. And then when we do have to leave, I look for their socks, I have to run upstairs and get a pair downstairs. So it makes more sense to me to keep them next to the shoes. If not next to the shoes, then at least downstairs. And now I picked out just a couple of outdoor outfits for my son so that I can take them downstairs and get him ready fast when I need to run out of the door. I'm gonna wash everything that's in that white basket now.
I just don't want this moment to end. It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods. Lost as I should.
I got this new purple light on sale at Target, and I know this is something everybody probably used to have years ago, but I am absolutely in love with that little thing slowly moving and turning into bubbles inside of it, and so I couldn't help it, I had to get it, and my son is so amazed with it. And so him and I both just stand there and stare at it from time to time. So I left it to dry for a few minutes, and of course it turned into hours, and only in the evening, right before my son's bedtime, I came in here to put in the new little rug. As you can see, it's really dark outside now. Now that we are done with this room, I'm going to move into the kids' bathroom or the guest bathroom, but this is the bathroom basically where the kids take a bath. And so if we have guests, I'll just quickly turn it into a guest bathroom by switching the bubbles with the shampoo and conditioner and some gel. But now our guests just left, so I'm switching it back from the guest bathroom into the kids' bathroom by putting the bubbles back in. I'm gonna use the clean blue microfiber cloth to clean the mirror first and then go down with the same cloth to the sink and then eventually to the toilet. When it comes to the toilet, I'm just going to wipe the top with the same blue cloth and then switch to the disinfecting wipes for the rest of the toilet. I used to use microfiber cloth to clean the toilet and now I switched to disinfecting wipes. It just makes more sense for me. But I also always use disinfecting wipes for cleaning the faucet in the bathroom. I just find that it gives it extra shine and it's just any kind of mess comes off of it really easily without the need to use any additional cleaning products.
Like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you, wanna see you smile? Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you have something on your mind right now. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good times. Dance until it feels alright, all night. We're all about the good vibes, all about the good vibes.
Now we're going to the bedroom.
Sorrows, let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time.
In here, I'm gonna need to change the sheets and make the bed, go through all of this clutter, whatever it may be, and of course all of the other clutter. It's not that we're pigs all of the time, there is always an excuse kind of. I normally like folding all of the laundry on the big bed in the guest room, and I had a lot that time and all of a sudden we had guests. I had to quickly clean up the guest room, take all of the extra stuff including the laundry out of there, and I brought it in here in our master bedroom, and now it's time to go through all of that. Might not be a good enough excuse, but it is what it is. Some of you may be thinking, oh, I wouldn't be able to sleep in this bedroom with so much mess, while others would say something like, you call this mess? Whichever side you lean towards, I hope you still enjoy the transformation. One more thing before you wonder why I don't use top sheet. I truly do not enjoy it, not that I have not tried. I'm not sure if it's considered really unsanitary, but we have two main puffy blankets that I change very often. I'm sure we can all agree that sleep is that important time that you have to actually enjoy and be comfortable. I even googled a little bit on that topic and I found out that about 70% of Americans use top sheet in their bed. I guess I belong to the other 30, so please no judgment because no top sheet for me.
Sorry to my ex, you deserve more. Sorry to my ex-boss, but I'd rather say poor. Well, so maybe I'll go to hell. Watch me go. Yeah, maybe I'll go to hell. Watch me go. I guess you can never tell. You never know if you go to hell. When will these clouds go away? Turn into rain.
So I guess I still have some Halloween leftover decorations in this pile. I'm gonna put them away, and the rest must be clean laundry mixed with some other stuff.
Fly to a place where all the clouds go away and turn to rain. Drinking way too much, drinks I can't afford. Annoyed by little things, wanna kick
If it's not my little babies, it is my cat that is interfering with everything that I do. And you know what? I'm trying to enjoy every single minute of every single day. Sometimes it can be hard to do that all day long, but I try to do my best to at least go to sleep happy tired. Another post on Instagram I have seen says that you're currently living in what will eventually be the good old days. It kind of stuck with me and awoke me a little bit.
There's another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you like
I'm going to declutter some of my husband's socks today. We have too many mismatched ones and different kind ones. Lately I have been trying to just stick to one kind of socks and one color, black for me and just gray for both of the kids going forward. Right now I'm just decluttering some of my husband's socks, not knowing that he had just bought himself a bunch of new ones. They're sitting right there on his dresser, and as soon as I saw them I thought, oh gosh, I should have decluttered more of his socks, but oh well, I'll do it next time.
you're already accepted. To me, you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I. Say that you are. So am I. Say that you love me. So am I. Say that you are. So am I. Say that you love me. When we are together, you're afraid to
That Ross bag is going to be my garbage pile.
trying to understand. What if this doesn't go as planned? So you don't know what it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind. Tell me what is really on your mind. You know you're already accepted. To me, you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I. Say that you are. So am I. Say that you love me. So am I. Say that you are. So am I.
These are the new socks. I'm also going to remove the pumpkin and the fall decorations. I went to Hobby Lobby to get myself some new branches for winter. I love that store. If you're thinking, duh, I gotta tell you, I am new to all this. I have never been going to Hobby Lobby, Michael's and all that stuff. I have never been decorating my house for any seasons other than just Christmas. And so I have been slowly collecting my seasonal decor. And so in a minute, I'll replace those fall branches on the other dresser with some winter looking ones that I got from Hobby Lobby at a very low price. But when it comes to decor in my bedroom, I actually don't enjoy much. I don't really want it looking very festive. I prefer it feeling very calm in here, and all of the decor I'll be putting into the living room mostly.
abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act, well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind?
These are the branches. I got each one for $2.40 at Hobby Lobby. That's after their 60% or whatever discount they put on it. And so to me, that would be just simple enough for our bedroom.
You just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I
Now I'm gonna clean up and wipe the dust off of my dresser as well as my husband's. Then there is one more bin in here that I need to check what is inside of it, and then I'm going to vacuum the floors.
baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile like a dagger hit me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, you're so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm done? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read.
I always thought that these little bookshelves would be so good for the kids since the books are going to be displayed, and instead most of the books are more hidden than displayed. So I wouldn't quite recommend this shelf, although it seems like a good idea. Anyways, I wanted to remind you guys that if there's anything you ever want to say to me directly, you can visit me on Instagram. My account is the same as this channel at FromJenyaWithLove, or you can always leave a comment in the comment section under my video. I love getting all of your suggestions, tips, advice, just you saying hello and sharing how your day went or what you're working on today. So please, if you wish, don't hesitate to leave me a comment and tell me what your project is for today, if there is one, or what you're up to. I love hearing from all of you. Now let me vacuum this room and show you the transformation pictures. Thank you guys for visiting. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye now.